Hi everyone, welcome to Clutch Entertainment today, and today I'll be talking about using a drone. I recently got a drone this past Christmas, and I'll be giving you like a tour of flight of how it works, and like I'll show you some of the items that it takes to fly the drone. I got the DJI Mini 4K from my wife. She got it for me for Christmas, and we'll be going on a test flight with it too. So you'll be able to have a commentary while I fly my drone, and I'll show you a little bit around the area and give you some rules and regulations while I go ahead and fly the drone. So let's get right into it, and I'll show you my new drone and how fun it can be. So these are my parts for my drone. It came with a carrying case also, where it came with an extra battery, which is um, right here. And then this is the case it's in. I could store like my drone and stuff in there. And then we have, here's my controller. The controls here are the mode I want to do it on. There's like normal, cine, and sport. Power button onto the controller. There is that's the come home button. Then we have like the function button, which changes certain items. This changes the camera. On the back side of here, this pans the camera or the gimbal on the drone itself so I can look up and down. There's the record/picture button. And then here is the antenna that goes up. And we have the connector, which I connect to my cell phone so I could start flying. So this connects to the cell phone. And then we have the drone here. These are the propellers. And on the bottom, this is also propellers. That's how you power it on. So typically you pull it out first. So let me do that real quick. So see, I pull out the wings there and then pull out all the propellers. So now we have the drone. And then we have the gimbal right here, the Mini 4K. And as you can see, this is the drone size. This is the controller here. And then also we go ahead and screw this on. These are the joysticks. I can get this one, there we go. And we have the drone and the joysticks. So let's go ahead and put it in position and get ready to go. So a quick thing before we get started here, I just want to show you like a little bit about how it takes off and stuff. I'll just show you like my controller, and then like we'll go on the flight together, and I'll show you a little bit further. But this is basically the controller. This controls right, left, up, down, or not up, down, right, left, and then forward, backwards. And then this right here is look around right, look around left, and then this is go up and go down. Basically, we're going to take off though. So basically how you take off is you usually press this button right here. And before I do that, let me set it here. So we have it right here. I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to press the takeoff button here. So we have takeoff. Hold that in. And we have it taken off. So it takes off to about 2 meters or so, three feet off the ground. And it's pretty good. It's not too bad. Like I said, and then you bring it forward, backwards, left, right with this control stick, and then up, down, look this to the right, look to the left. And then basically, like I said on the back, the gimbal right here controls where I look at the camera. The camera moves up and down. As you see on this picture here, it's looking down, looking up. And then basically, whenever I want to land it, I can land it whenever I want. I just push down on this left stick and it'll land. So it goes landing and it lands perfectly fine. So yeah, that's basically just the intro, and then let's go ahead and take on the test flight here, and I'll give you a little commentary during the test flight. So here we go. So we're getting ready to take off here. Just loading the app, and then okay, so we have our picture here showing of the drone camera, and let's just click on the map here. You can look at the map where you're going and such. So that's our home point where I'm located. So Let's go back to takeoff, press the takeoff button, and here we go. So we're taking off.
Takeoff.
And then
Home
it says
point
I'm
updated.
up 3.3 feet right now, 3.6 feet. So that's how far I am into the air. That's the altitude. So I have a zoom on the right. I have the satellite connection in the top right, the RC Connect in the top right, remote controller. And then my battery level is 96 right there. So it tells me about where it is. So I'm just taking off here. Let's just take a look at the environment here. As you can see, it was kind of snowy here recently. Just getting up to altitude. So the altitude limit is 393 feet. That's the legal limit to be in a drone. So that's what I'm targeting. I'm going about 393. Once I get up to that altitude, I'll start moving. So we're about there. So let's just go ahead and start moving. So first we're going to look at the quarry over here. It's really neat. You can, as long as you keep the drone within distance, you're able to fly it wherever you want. So I could see where this is at right now. And so the bottom number there, you see the 670, 700 feet. That is actually how far away I am from the controller. About 3 football fields. So this is the quarry here. Looks really nice. Just some streets in the neighborhood. So let's go take a look at the highway over there. So we're moving.
Obstacle sensing unavailable.
So I just turned
Fly
it to
with
sports
caution.
mode so I can go faster to get over there. So we're just waiting here till I can get to that position. It's really pretty. You can look at everything in the sky like this. You're literally 380 feet. Right now I'm 388 feet in the air, and you can't really hear it at that height. I mean, I find that if it's like right above you, you might be able to hear it if there's no sound. But at that height, you really can't hear the drone too well. So we're just looking around here. There's Clayton over there. There's downtown St. Louis. Just looking around. And that's the highway right there near my house. Just keep moving over here. Just get above the highway and just take a look at, below what we got. You want to fly it on a day where it's not super windy. Looks like McDonald's there is pretty crowded. Zoomed in on that. They're always crowded over there. The drone looks like a little ant in the sky. That red line shows where it takes to get me back home if I need to follow something. So I'm just taking a peek down the highway there. There's northbound. Really nice. So I'm right above the highway here. Take a look at these cars here. It's really neat when you go above the highway like this. Kind of cool. I think we should probably head back here. Just looking a little bit. We're on our way back now. So I'm just following that red line to get back to where I need to get to. It says I'm moving 34.5 miles an hour forward, which is pretty decent speed for a drone. This drone is 249 grams, so it's under the legal limit, which is like 250, which you need a license for. I can provide a link in the description below also. So I'm just taking a look here. Switch it back to normal mode because I'm getting ready to land, so that slows my speed down a little bit when I'm going forward. As you can see, there's cars moving. And there is my house again. Coming back. Just took a look. As you can see, I'm on the step there. I don't know if you can see too well because the lighting's not super great, but that's why I'm getting the motion detected because on my camera. Trying to land it. So I'm down to 280. Coming down, landing. Almost there. Landing right here in front. Gonna land on the step. Trying to get as close as I can to that door. And
Landing.
I accidentally bumped the screen. So now I'm going to show you some pictures of some things that I've done, and let's get right to them, and then we'll talk about them as we go. So here we go. First off, we got the sunset here. This is a picture I got. Here's another picture of the sunset with the moon at the top there. And then there's a panoramic view of the sunset, which is really cool. And then we got the river here, the Mississippi River near me. And then we got like a snowy day here. And then this is the quarry on a normal sunny day. Hopefully today you got something out of our feature about drones and me droning and flying my drone around. So basically the whole thing is you just got to make sure you're obeying the laws. There's a link to the FCC's guidelines for drones. Just type in on Google like fcc.gov drone laws and stuff like that. So it's mostly, as far as this drone goes, you want to keep it within your sight distance. So when you're looking outside, you need to be able to see it. You can only go like 393 feet, I think is the law. And you want to make sure you're not going into fly zones, because if you go into fly zones, then no fly zones, then you're going to be in trouble, and then the FCC is going to go after you. But on the map, it typically shows you where the no fly zones are, so I would just be cautious with that. And then I would also just keep in mind that you don't want to be going and spying on people or going down too low and looking at people and stuff like that. It's okay to fly really high up and then just go ahead and just take a look at things, but you don't want to be going and zeroing in on people, because otherwise that's privacy laws, so you don't want to be hovering over people's houses. You don't want to be hovering in people's windows. That's kind of a peeping Tom kind of thing. So you can get in trouble from that. So I would just keep an eye on that. But the whole thing is you can pretty much have the freedom to do what you want. The FCC controls the air, just to follow those few laws, and you should be okay. And like I said, you don't really need a license if it's under 250 grams. So that drone specifically is 249 grams. So that's one under the limit. So if you have any other questions or comments or anything else you want to add on to this podcast, just leave them in the comment section below, and make sure you like and subscribe so we can give you some more good videos, and hopefully that you got something out of it and you learned something, or maybe you might want to get a drone yourself and then you want to ask questions or something. Just let me know. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.